So, do we get something? Yeah, right, there's an image, and I think the stream is live, right? Okay, today we are going to try and draw a guardian character, meaning the physical protector of the protagonist. So, let's try and create his head. So I'm going for a male character, but this could of course as well be a female character, and since we want them to be strong and look like they can take on whole armies of enemies, this will somehow end up in the sort of okay, there we go. So this will end up somewhere in the Schwarzenegger department or something like that. So what I'm doing now, I'm just trying to find a form for the skull and, well, the head in itself. First thing I'm going for is the chin. A rather broad chin makes the character look like he's able to perform his duty as a guardian character, or fill the role of a guardian character. At least it helps. So now, okay, a lot of construction lines, just get rid of these. So still need a bit of practice with Procreate here. This is the software tool. I'm working on an iPad Pro. Good. Alright, now I'm looking to find the area within which the eyes will be placed. Here. And then it's the question, okay, where do you put the eyebrows? And if you put them down, or even further down, might get a bit of a, well, Neanderthal-esque, rather stupid look. If you put it higher up, he might be looking more civilized or a bit more cultivated, but maybe also less intimidating. So let's do something like that. Really have the eyebrows down, and then there's a difference between also male and female morphology of the skull, which is that most or many male skulls have these protrusions above the eyes, underlining or showing the eyebrows right here. If you had a female skull in this, in place of this one, then this area right here would be flat. Okay, of course I don't mean that it's biologically female. What I mean is that it would look like it's more female when this is missing. So now we're going to add the mouth. Okay, now, well, this is some sort of 3/4 look on the on this face, on this skull. Now we are only drawing the outlines of these areas. Real rendering and shading would take a lot more time, and I intend to keep this video somewhere in the 30 minutes range. I hope this will work out. Okay, so there we are. And then somewhere here will be the area where the eyes are actually placed, and we might model some details of the actual form of the nose right here. Okay, right. So now the question, is he rather corpulent, or is it an athlete? I'd go for a, well, Conan-like figure, so more like an athlete. Actually, we could see that the muscles and the bones beneath the skin are shaping the area around here. On the mouth. And there we can reduce now the construction lines. Something like that. Okay. Now, what we're still missing is ears, or at least one ear. The other ear won't be visible from this angle. So this will be somewhere around here, because there's some bone structure lying beneath the skin right here, and it will end just before the entry of the ear, and there will be this part of I don't know the English word, but there's well, some protective anatomical feature right here looking like that, and the rest of the ear will take up some area, some space like this. And now we can go and look for some other features that might be on the same area. For example, the eyebrows will match somewhat about the height of the ear. So if you're looking there, now this is almost okay. And the lower part of the ear will be almost in sync with the tip of the nose, about, so the height will be somewhere about here. I think this could work, yeah. Okay, now let's make some, or add some detail to the ear. Actually I have to learn some more vocabulary, because I'm really missing some words for anatomical detail here. So, okay. That about presents a sketch for the ear. And now we can think about the eyes, maybe adding a bit more detail. Now we'll just add the upper lid, and then we'll have the inner part of the eye going around here, and on the other side as well. Just kind of a mirror variant or variation. Getting rid of some construction lines, some orientation here. There's something I don't need anymore. This was just for illustrative purposes. Okay, now. So, now there's the head. And now within the eyes we could place the iris and the pupil. It's about this area if he looks to, well, from his perspective to the left, from our perspective to the right. And now we are going to flip this, meaning if I turn it all around and have a mirrored image, I might see my mistakes much more clearly. And so, well, yeah, there, for example, the width of the eyebrow is a bit, well, it varies between the two sides of the face, so I might want to bring that more into sync. To get some more symmetry in this face, which of course is usually regarded as a sign of, well, agreeableness, if you don't want to say beauty. Good, okay. So now we could add some, let's make him a bit older, some more wrinkles maybe. And this is a bit too extreme. Might have this up here. Now, like that. Okay. Now, where are we? This is a bit extreme, maybe. We should soften this part. And then right behind the ears, there, about here, there will be the end of a muscle string attached to the bone, which will lead to the front right there. Something like that. And I still think the chin is a bit too much over here. It's more like a caricature. So let's reduce it a bit more. So okay. Now, get like that. Then we are adding some features to the throat. And in the back of the skull, there are still more muscles leading to the back. And now we get some sort of guardian character. And the curvature here isn't quite what I expected, or what I wanted. Just like that. And let's flip this over again. Alright. Now, let's go over to the shoulder muscles over there. And we'll about on the same height of the other side of the character. Somewhere there, let's draw a little construction line. Somewhere there we'll find the other side of the shoulder, something like that. Looks a bit strange. Nah, come on, no. Once again, this way, yeah. So then the deltoid muscle, somewhere here. Maybe there also. Well, and then we could start and think about his, well, the hair, if we don't want him to be bald, which would also be okay. So now let's add some kind of facial hair first of the head on the top. Good, something like that. Still switching between the drawing tool and the eraser involuntarily, because I'm using the iPad, the Apple Pencil 2. I think it's a nice feature, but still, I need to get a bit more used to that. So let's have some kind of jarhead, American Army sort of hairstyle. Okay. So now we can get rid of this line that defined the skull as long as it was hairless. And now we can add some more structure over here. If you don't want to have every hair drawn on its own, you could add some lines in between so it doesn't look also it doesn't cost that much effort and time. Okay, so that's some sort of an outline. The rest of the body would be for another sketch or image. Could scale this up a bit, like that. And now we need to think about where the light is coming from. And I'd say, okay, let's have the light source be on the upper right side in front of the character. So we'll get the reflection somewhere here. This will be lighter, and the darker side will be on the left side right now. Okay, just I think the area right here will be overshadowed, right like that. And then we'll have the pupil right in here. Since he's looking toward the light, this could be a bit smaller. It'll still be okay. Let's have it that way. Maybe I could reduce it a bit over there. Okay, so now, since that lies in the shadow, and then we'll have the light source over there, and because of that we'll see some reflection here in the eye. I'd imply with this white spot right there. Of course, it's just a quick sketch. So, all right. Let's add some more shading over there. If that was some professional sketching or job, I'd of course put the shading on another layer and have some decent inking done before even thinking about this. But since this is just an exercise and a way to get accustomed to streaming and live publishing. By the way, if you've got any questions, you can put them in the box right there, in the chat box, and I'll reply, since I'm looking up to the screen, although I'm mainly keeping my eyes on the drawing area. Okay, something like that. Maybe I'll increase the okay, what's the wrong tool? I'll increase the size of the pencil, which enables me to get larger areas shaded in shorter amounts of time. So just like that. That would be darker over here. We would have some shadow here. Just have some first pass of shade over there. Try to get a field over here. Okay. Alright, and this just takes some time. I'm always amazed at how fast time passes when you're drawing. Okay, let's get rid of some more construction lines. These we won't need anymore. And then we'll have some shading on this side. A bit darker right here. Oh, we get it like that. Okay, the lower side of the chin. So we could improvise some short hair over here. Stops. Okay. Maybe something like that. Okay. So back down here, some cast shadows from the chin and down there along the throat. Might even increase the size of the pencil even more. Scale that down. Down here. Okay, I think the dimensions of the throat are a bit cartoonish over here. A bit too cartoonish maybe. I mean, that isn't really realism what I'm producing right here. But that would be too much. Okay. Let's try to get consistent, more or less consistent gray tone, gray shade over here. So okay. Now there's another question. Do we have a second light source or something reflecting from this side? If so, we could even leave some parts of the left side of him in a lighter, being much brighter than with the shadow here. Okay, let's try to okay, that's too much. Get down. No, go here. It's quite demanding, drawing and talking about it at the same time. Need some pauses, though. I think we as humans, we've got two centers of attention, or main attention areas. One is spatial and the other is more concerned with the language. And talking while drawing is possible, though you still struggle from time to time when you need to make sense, or try to make sense, when verbalizing what you're doing while drawing. So, okay, something like that. No, really, I want the pencil, thanks, yeah. Okay, over there, yeah, this is a bit, come here, so, That was a bit too much. Good, something like that. Okay, and if you leave the, if you say, okay, maybe he's has blonde hair, and then we get around shading the hair. So this is just laziness. Okay, now we could start and model some kind of the, some parts of the anatomy right here, making or creating very prominent cheekbones, and shading that a bit so this cheekbone really gets prominent over there, and it doesn't really look like I wanted it to be. That's a pity. I wanted it to be looking, yeah, right. Okay, how to fix this? Well, something like that, maybe. This could work. Okay, let's do that, and let's add something like that down there. Bit of shading. Something like this. Yeah, well, you get the idea. So I get some kind of 50s hero, whatever. Well, okay. That was, oh, we are 25 minutes. It's fascinating. Okay, well then, I think this will be okay for today, and I'll put it up on the blog, and I'll just add some comment here. Okay, streaming sketch, not really. Streaming sketch 02. So, okay, then I'm going to export this, and we will certainly see each other next time. I would very much like to produce more of this stuff. I hope I go and get this to implement into my daily routine, so this will be a daily habit of mine, and well, let's see how far I get with that. Okay, thanks for watching, bye.